U.S. patents. Let's get into it, guys. So this is a file I've had for quite a while. I just wanted to share and make a nice presentation for you. Directed energy weapon, targeted individual patents. Okay, let's go through this. Now I have, as you can see, quite a few. I want to do them all. I'm not going to look each individual one up, but you can. And I strongly encourage you to fact check me because I would love for this to be false. However, we have numbers, so I tell you what we'll do. We will fact check one. Okay. We'll fact check the first one. U.S. patent 6091994A, frequency 1.5 hertz to 2.4 hertz, wave type blank, symptom MK, mind control possibly. Who knows? Filing date August 31st, 1998. Publication July 18th, 2000. Invented by Hendrius G. Original assignee Hendrius G. Loos, LOOS. Description pulsative manipulation of central nervous system. Let's go do the copy. It is on U.S. patent. So we see here they are publication here. We also have National Library of Medicine, nervous symptom manipulation by electromagnetic fields from monitors. That's what we have. Abstract. Physiological effects have been observed in a human subject in response to stimulation of the skin with weak electromagnetic fields that are pulsed with certain frequencies near 1/2 hertz or 2.25 hertz. Now, on my paper, it said and instead of or right here. Such as to excite a sensory resonance. Many computer monitors and TV tubes, when displaying pulsed images, emit pulsed electromagnetic fields of sufficient amplitudes to cause such excitation. It is therefore possible to manipulate the nervous system of a subject by pulsing images displayed on a nearby computer monitor or TV set. For the latter, the image pulsing may be embedded in the program material or it may be overlaid by modulating a video stream either as a RF signal or as a video signal. The image displayed on a computer monitor may be pulsed effectively by a simple computer program. For certain monitors, pulsed electromagnetic fields capable of exciting sensory resonance in nearby subjects by the generated even as the displayed images are pulsed with subliminal intensity. Some crazy stuff. Okay, so I guess we can see that the first one there is correct. Patent US 6488617B1, 1 to 8 hertz. Wave is M. I have no idea what that wave type means. Symptom is MK. And the description is method and device for producing a desired brain state via magnetic waves. Here it is. Here it is. Oh, let's look at this picture. Let's look here. Maybe we need to go to images for this one. Yeah. What else, y'all? So here's our picture right here. Wow. So this is beyond me. Why people want to do this. Okay. Next one, US 7629918B2. Parentheses RFDE and radar is the frequency. A wave type. Symptom is location A. Weapon with integrated targeting system to locate targets, damages, disrupts electromagnetic, biological entities, and physical structures. Number US 6470214B1. Probably in parentheses is 3500 hertz. 3500 hertz, y'all. Symptom is V2K, whatever that is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip through the filing and the publication and who it's invented by and the original and signee, just skip straight to the description. Remotely transmits intelligible subjective sound into target's consciousness. Voice to skull technology. That's what that V2K means, voice to skull. I bet you. I could be wrong. Okay, US 3393279. V2K allows information to be remotely conveyed to subject by electromagnetic waves. US 3951134, frequency 100, 110, 210 megahertz. Symptom MK. Apparatus and method for remotely monitoring and altering a target's brainwave central nervous system. US 4834701, 4 to 16 hertz. Symptom MK. Remote neurological control via sets of low-frequency waves beaming at brain. US 4858612A, microwave spectrum on the frequency. Symptom V2K. Transmits sound and auditory cortex of mammals via remotely applied microwave signals. US 4877027A, 100 to 10,000 megahertz. V2K. Transmits sound to auditory cortex of mammals via burst of remotely applied microwaves. US 5123899A, 40 to 80 hertz, 2 signals. Wave type E. Symptom MK. Alters mood, emotion, sleep states via remotely applied frequencies and waveforms. US 5159703A, 14.5 kilohertz. Wave E. Symptom V2K. Presents subliminal auditory information to the human via remotely applied waves. US patent 5356368A, 4 to 212 hertz. Symptom MK. Method of an apparatus for inducing desired states of consciousness. US 6587729B2. Symptom V2K. Apparatus for audibly communicating speech using the radio frequency hearing effect. US 6052336A, V2K. Apparatus and method of broadcasting audible sound using ultrasonic sound as a carrier. US 6011991A, IR, RF, or satellite. Symptom is RV and MK. Remotely identifies individuals by brainwave signature, monitors words, phrases, and thoughts by brain activity. US 5889870A. Symptom voice. Makes voices emanate from individuals who do not intend or realize it. Ventriloquist effect. US 5507291A, 300 to 1000 hertz. Symptom RV. Method for remotely determining information relating to a person's emotional state. US 3393279A. Symptom V2K. Remotely cause individual to hear voices via EMF waves imperceptible to anyone else. US 3647970A, 50 kilohertz, wave type E, symptom V2K. Again, remotely cause individual to hear voices via EMF waves, imperceptible to anyone else. US 8579793, B1, 0 to 5, 0 hertz to 5 kilohertz, symptom MK. Controls brain state by placing engineered EMF patterns into the AC wiring of a building. US 20140309484A1. Symptom MK. Induces desired brain state in person by adding waves into music file. US 6488617B1. Wave type M, symptom MK. Monitor and control the brain state of an individual via pulsed magnetic field aimed at brain. I have to admit, I think the frequency that's not listed is probably so far out there that it's disgusting. US 6506148B2, 1/2 to 2.4 hertz. Wave type E, symptom MK. Manipulation subject brain waves via frequency emanating from computer or TV screens. That's much like the one at the top, the very first one. US 6487531B1, symptom M. Wavelength M, symptom voice. Makes voices emanate from individuals who do not intend or realize it. Ventriloquist effect also functions for voice recognition. US 6426919B1, symptom voice. Portable handheld device for producing humanly audible sounds and voices. US 6292688B1, symptom is NM, whatever that means. Method and apparatus for analyzing neurological response to emotional induced stimuli. US 6239705B1, symptom is LOC, intraoral electronic tracking device that can be implanted in teeth, dentures, etc. US 6167304A, symptom MK, remotely manipulates central nervous system subject by applying electronic field to skin. US 6135944A, symptom MK, induce desired brain state via vibrational stimuli, preferably sound. US 8636640B2, symptom MK, induces a desired brain state via modification of music files. What do you think's happening to our youth? What has been happening to the youth for decades? US 6081744A, 1.5 hertz to 2 kilohertz. Wave type E, symptom MK. Manipulates the nervous system of the subject through remotely applied electronic fields. US 6017302A, 1.5 to 2.5 hertz. Wave type E, symptom MK. Induces desired emotional states through remote EMFs, e.g., sleeplessness, sexual arousal. US 5935054A, 1/2 hertz. Wavelength M, symptom MK. Remotely causes subject to feel bodily swaying, earthquake, or rock the baby sensation. US 5899922A, 1/2 to 2.4 hertz. Wave type E, symptom MK. Induces desired emotional state. It's the same thing. Induces desired emotional state through remote EMFs, e.g., sleeplessness, sexual arousal. The US 6017302A and US 5899922A do the same thing. Okay, US 5782874A, wave type E, symptom MK, controls emotional state of subject. Example, sleeplessness, sexual arousal, slow mental process. US 6006188A. NM is the symptom. Assesses psychological, physiological characteristics of subject based on voice characteristics. US 5954630A, 2 Hz to 20 Hz. Symptom MK, controls human brain waves by superimposing waves onto audio wave signals. US 5586967A, symptom MK, controls human brainwaves by superimposing hidden phrases onto music signals. US 5539705A, symptom MK, transmits hidden speech, converts to normal speech signals at intended destination. US 6490480B1, symptom NM, monitors subject neurological condition via EMF remotely aimed at the skin. US 5392788A, symptom MK, reads subject brainwaves and sends stimuli to subject to alter their brainwaves as desired. US 5330414A, symptom MK, controls subject brainwaves by shining a modulated light signal into the subject's eyes. US 5289438A, symptom MK, alters subject brain state via application of a variety of wave frequencies and forms. US 7674224B2, symptom MK, controls subject brain state by adding covert frequencies onto a musical composition. US 5213562A, symptom MK, controls brain state via modulated auto signals aimed at target subject. US 5170381A, symptom MK, method for superimposing hidden subliminal messaging into audio music files. US 5151080A, symptom MK, changes the brain state of subjects through electroacoustic means. US 5135468A, symptom MK, controls the brain state of a person by applying differing auto signals into each ear. US 5123899A, symptom MK, controls the brain state by application of a variety of wave frequencies and forms. US 4958638A, symptom PM, remotely monitors heart rate and perspiration through the use of direct EMFs. We have one that is not complete. There's a number missing. Kind of scary. It is WO201517487, and I can't see the last digit. 60 gigahertz. Monitors vital signals of subject via remote application of radar waves, handheld. US 20100324411 to 100 gigahertz. Symptom PM, measures tissue damage of subject via remote application of electromagnetic waves. US 20130001422A1, symptom PM, remote monitoring of the physical condition of a living subject. US 7811234B2, symptom PM, remotely monitors of a subject's physiological health and status, especially the heart. US 4924744A, symptom voice, generates and propagates artificial sound and voice sounds that will be heard by a target. US 4616261A, symptom MK, superimposes subliminal imaging onto a subject's existing television signal. I'll read that again. Superimposes subliminal imaging onto a subject's existing television signal. This one was in the 80s, y'all. US 4395600A, symptom MK. This is in the 80s as well. Controls mental state of subjects by adding perceptible subliminal messaging to audio signals. US 9433789B2, symptom MK. Apparatus for remote neural control of subjects via an implanted RF circuit. US 889208B2, symptom MK. Remotely reads brainwaves, sends back response to achieve desired brain state. US 5788648A, 1 to 30 Hz, symptom MK. This is in the 90s. Read subject brain state by sending stimuli and then reading, receiving response. US 7689272B2, symptom NM. Reads brainwaves to monitor perception in organization, specific activities, etc. US 201-603-7522, 5 to 40 Hz. Result MK. Controls human behavior via targeting human brain with ELF, extremely low frequency, EMFs. US 7609001B2, symptom disable. Device that is able to direct high-powered magnetic waves at a target for weapon purposes. This was released in 2009. US 4700068A, symptom disable. This is in the 80s. Allows extremely precise aim of particle beams over distances of up to several thousand miles. In the 80s. US 7405834B1, 1 kilohertz. Symptom AIM. This was released in 2008. Imaging device that improves the aim of direct energy weapons. US 201-202-741-47A1. Technique for wireless transmission of magnetic waves for use with energy weapons. US 8049173B1. Symptom is multi. Combination RF directed energy weapon and imaging visual monitoring tool. US 2860627A. Symptom MK. Read subject brainwaves by applying light stimulation to brain and reading response. US 2995633A. V2K symptom. This was back in 58 and 61. Causes subject to hear audible sounds by transmitting electrical and audible waves to face. Released in 61. US 3566347A, MK, released in 71. A system for producing physiological disturbances and partial deafness to the enemy. US 20020002464A1, NM symptom, released in 2002. Symptom for monitoring emotions by listening to a conversation between at least two persons. US 8965770B1, symptom NM. This was released 2015. A symptom for detecting emotion in voice signals by monitoring phone conversations. US 7282727B2, symptom MK. Physically incapacitate subject via the remote application of pulsed light. US 6559769B2, symptom NM. Monitoring system compromised of microprocessors installed in vehicles, personal property, and homes to continually monitor and determine undesirable behavior in targeted individuals, and then it drops off. US 6873261B2, symptom NM, monitors and determines undesirable behavior in humans via wireless microprocessors in vehicles, personal property, and homes. US 20080282817A1, symptom locate, remotely monitors and uploads presence, movement of human occupants in vehicles. US 5653462A, 144 megahertz. Symptom: locate, monitors occupant position of vehicles via ultrasonic microwave sensor. US 8362884B2. Symptom: battery, power system, maintains direct energy weapons in ready state, avoiding power down. US 201-201-04282A1. Symptom: aim, target tracking system for use with handheld directed energy weapon. US 20090193344A1. Symptom: NM, method for monitoring community mood by remotely analyzing voice text biometrics. Released in 2009. 20090257555A1. Symptom: locate, X-ray inspection trailer that can sense the presence of humans within a structure. Released in 2009. US 8194822B2. Symptom: locate, X-ray inspection device that can sense the presence of humans within a structure. US 5551879A, 1 Hz to 500 Hz. Symptom: MK, dream, alteration, no dates. Peter Rothschild on this one, invented and original. Okay, so there is no inventor. Very interesting. Okay, here we have these. What all these frequencies mean. That's good. US 5954630A, 2 to 20 Hz. Symptom: V2K. Have no idea what it does. US 5330414A, 4 to 30 Hz. Symptom: NK. Have no idea what it does. Let's look up these. We don't know what they do. I mean, let's just look it up. Brainwave synchronizer, a device for inducing the brainwaves of a user to assume a predetermined frequency, including a playback device, stereo earphones, and at least one light mounted on glasses in front of each eye of the user. These separate control signals are pre-recorded, superimposed onto a signal control track. The composite signal is read by the playback device and is decomposed into these separate signals by filters in a decoder controller. One control signal derives from first LED and another derives from second LED. The number of sinusoids within the first and second control signal determine the light intensity. The third control signal is passed alternately to two speakers, with the switching between the speakers being controlled by the state of the first and second control signal. Conventionally, earphones and the conventional tape player may be used. The invention also includes the method according to which the control signals are pre-recorded, playback, filtered, and applied to the lights and speakers. Okay, let's see what this last one I read does, because we don't know. Brainwave inducing apparatus. A random signal generator outputs a random noise signal to a band pass filter, which selectively passes frequencies. Frequency components in the frequency range of a desired brainwave from the subject. The output of the band pass filter is supplied to an automatic level controller, sets the output of bandpass filter to the predetermined amplitude. Then the output of the automatic level controller is fed to a stimulating light generator, which converts the output of the automatic level controller into a light signal for stimulating the subject in order to induce the desired brainwave from the subject. The light signal is then emitted into the subject's eyes. Oh, wow. US 3951134A, 10 megahertz to 210 megahertz. There's no description on that one either. Apparatus and method for remotely monitoring and altering brain waves. EP 2113061A affects tissues in depth of 0.5 millimeter, blood vessels, nerves, and glands. Sounds amazing. Oh, wow. Energy focusing system for active denial apparatus. An active denial apparatus for use in non-lethal weaponry includes at least one focusing element configuring to focus millimeter wave energy along an axis of propagation. The at least one focusing element includes an stigmatic or dual axis focusing system configured to direct a focused beam that allows the active denial apparatus to accurately immobilize targets at both close and long range within acceptable limits of intensity. Wow. Okay, so ULF is ultra low. Ultra low frequencies is 3 to 30 hertz. ELF, extremely low, is 30 to 300 hertz. Navy Strategic Communications is what it says. EF, voice frequency, is 300 to 3000 hertz. VLF, very low frequency, is 3 kilohertz to 30 kilohertz. LF, low frequency, 30 kilohertz to 300 kilohertz. MF, medium frequency, 300 kilohertz to 3 megahertz. High frequency is from 3 megahertz to 30 megahertz. VHF, very high frequency, 30 megahertz to 300 megahertz. UHF, ultra high frequencies, 300 megahertz to 3 gigahertz. Okay, so that ultra high is like satellite, GPS, cell phone, television. Okay, so we're at ultra high frequency with our TVs and cell phones. SHF, super high frequency, is 3 gigahertz to 30 gigahertz. That's satellite, comm, and broadcast. EHF is extremely high frequency. That's 30 gigahertz to 300 gigahertz. Okay, so let's go back up here and see what the gigahertz. So we have two that were listed as very, very high. Okay, that was the one that monitors vital signs of subject by a remote application of radar waves that's handheld. And then we have one that's 1 to 100 gigahertz. That's the one that measures tissue damage of subject by a remote application of electromagnetic waves. This says helpful patents for targets, OSP number 6, 430, 443. Released in August 2002, helps to eliminate auditory hallucinations. USP 5562597, released in 96. Uses electrical stimulation of a crystal, supposed to reduce stress. WO 19950051281, protection of living systems from electromagnetic fields. S2014003981A1, methods of scanning, analyzing, and identifying electromagnetic field source. Various frequencies and their effects. Lily wave, usually in ELF or ULF range. And then we have some websites. You can pause to jot those down if you want to go look at those. Heart attack remote weapon. That's nice. We have HARP. ELF waves are coming from atmosphere. ALFVEN waves, ELF waves, onto the Earth's surface. Requires plasma in order to create the ELF waves. Ionosphere is plasma. Indigo skyfold is also plasma. And that's all, guys. That's pretty disturbing. I encourage you all to go look them up. Thank you for listening.